Khabib Nurmagomedov says that right now Topuria versus Islam is the biggest fight. Not John Jones and Alex Pereira. It's still a big fight, but it's not on that level. I'm not sure if I fully agree with this because Alex Pereira versus John Jones is a huge fight. And yes, I would give the advantage to John Jones. I think he takes Alex Pereira down. He smashes him like he's done many fighters prior. Fighters that you would think are better grapplers than Alex Pereira. Let's not forget Israel Adesanya took down Alex Pereira for a whole round. Dagestani handcuffed him looking like Khabib out there and won the round on Alex, but that was back in middleweight. That was back at the first time that they fought. I'm sure he's learned and grown since then and maybe improved his grappling since then. However, a guy like John Jones, I just feel like is so levels above ahead of that. But with that said, this fight right here, Topuria and Islam, yeah, it's probably bigger. I'll come to that conclusion. I'll say, yeah, it's probably, I don't know if it's bigger, though. That's the thing. Like, it's a more competitive fight, but I don't know if it's bigger. That's the question. Is it a bigger fight? Does it do better numbers on pay-per-view? Like, what happens if, first of all, if Islam beats JDM, I don't want to see Islam Makhachev versus Topuria at 170. I don't want to see a featherweight jumping up from lightweight to welterweight. Huge jump. What is that, like a 30-pound jump? 25-pound jump? I just don't want to see it. I don't. And not at welterweight. If Islam went back down to lightweight, sure. If Islam could do a catch weight at like 150, that would be even better. But this idea that Topuria deserves a title shot ahead of Jack Della Maddalena in a rematch, let's say potentially, the UFC does immediate rematches, it's possible. To say he deserves a fight over Ian Gary, Sean Brady. I know Shavkat Rakhmonov's injured, but Shavkat, even a guy like Bilal Muhammad, if Bilal Muhammad gets the job done this weekend, you know. Leon Edwards is in there still. Like, there's a lot of guys at welterweight. Like, pretty much the whole top 10 deserves a shot at the title before Ilia fucking Topuria, okay? Ilia Topuria is not even, like, all that, in my opinion. Ilia Topuria knocked out Volkanovski after he got knocked out by Islam Makhachev. It's a watered-down version of Volkanovski. It's not the best possible version of Volkanovski. And, of course, he fought that version of Volkanovski only 4 months. I don't even think it was 4 months. I think it was like 3 months and 20 days or something like that. Like, it was quick. Basically, 4 months, he fights Ilia Topuria after getting starched by Islam Makhachev. So that was just a bad idea all around. After those types of knockouts, you're supposed to take a year off at least, and he didn't. He jumped right back in there, defended his title at featherweight. It is what it is, bro. We all make mistakes in this life, and that was one of Alexander Volkanovski's. So I say that to say this. Topuria, what has this guy done that is having people go Google Gaga over this guy, have people go crazy and get hypnotized by this guy? Cool, he's from Spain. Cool. He's not even close to a pay-per-view star. He doesn't pull in 1 million pay-per-views. That's why I'm saying, like, bro, Alex Pereira don't do 1 million pay-per-view either. Nobody does. John Jones doesn't do 1 million pay-per-view. But I think that fight right there, if you built it correctly, I think that fight right there could be something, because Alex Pereira did just knock out Ankalaev, who's a grappler, who's a guy who beat Alex, who's a guy that many people, including myself, I said Magomed Ankalaev was going to beat Alex Pereira, and I said it was a bad idea, and I was wrong. However, that was an early-ass stoppage, and now with all the stuff coming out about possible rigged fights in the UFC, one kind of has to look at these fights a little closely and think, I wonder, did anybody tell the referee, hey, if the guy we want to win, Alex Pereira, the big popular Alex Pereira, Poatan, hey, if that guy gets a knockdown, pull the plug on it immediately. That way, you know, we have the guy that we wanted to win. So that's possible. You have to think like that now. Low key, the UFC and the industry, the MMA industry, its integrity is in question now. It has to be. You have to look at it. You have to see how this plays out with that rigged fight that took place the other night. You know what I mean? Allegedly rigged fight, I guess you could say. You know, it was super suspicious. I'll say it was very suspicious. You know, I'll take back the word rigged. I didn't mean to say that, but you know, it's looking super suspicious. We want to know what's going on. So much so Dana White got the FBI involved, etc., etc. I don't want to go too far in on that tangent, but we got to think about it. We got to think about these things, guys. It is what it is. Now back to this. I don't know if these guys break 1 million. Honestly, I think the biggest fight that could be made is Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett. I think Paddy Pimblett's a star that Islam Makhachev should be interested in fighting, man. Like, he could have fought him at 155. Like, there was so much more for Islam to do as well. He left the division early, just like Khabib did. Khabib left the sport early, not just the division. But you guys get my point. If Islam Makhachev wins against Jack Della, which I don't think he will. I think Jack's going to be too good with the boxing, too good with the footwork, good kicks, good up-the-middle linear attacks that get in the mind of a wrestler looking to level change. It discourages the level change. There's a lot of good things about Jack Della Maddalena. He's a black belt who's been training with Craig Jones, who knows how to scramble. He's also a welterweight. Islam's a lightweight coming up. It's a difference, okay? Islam Makhachev himself said that regarding Volkanovski. It's a difference. So with that said, I think we're gonna see something. I think the only way this fight even happens is if Islam loses and goes back down and tries to be the challenger against Topuria. I think that's the only way the fight happens. Because if Islam beats Jack Della this weekend, I do not want to see Topuria jump the line at 170. And I definitely don't want to see Islam versus Usman at 170. I know that was thrown out there as well. Usman doesn't deserve that, but whatever. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, whether you agree or disagree. It doesn't matter. Just join the discussion, subscribe for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated.